My name is Hannah Martin. Watching my good friend Jayla Howard diligently do laundry, cook, feed medicine, and massage the elderly Louis Gordon upstairs, I knew she had also been reborn. In my previous life, Jayla and I were roommates, and we were often woken up in the middle of the night by Louis's violent coughing. I went upstairs to find out and learned that he was paralyzed in both legs, with no children or family. I felt compassion and immediately decided to take care of him, bringing him meals and giving him massages every day. A month later, Louis suddenly handed me a bank card with a serious expression. "There's $8 million here as your reward." With this money, I immediately settled my dad's medical bills. Later, Louis even directly transferred the ownership of the house we were renting to me. He said, "When your dad gets discharged, you can all move in together. That way, I'll have some company too." But Jayla, knowing this news, grew jealous of me. During the days I had insomnia, she put an overdose of sleeping pills into my water cup and watched me die in agony. After I died, my boyfriend Anton Sanchez, claiming to be my fiancé, cut off my dad's medical expenses and took the bank card. Jayla spread rumors in front of the neighbors, saying that Louis gave me money because I sold my body. 6 months later, the two of them held a grand wedding and fully paid for a villa in the city center. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day Louis was coughing uncontrollably. The poor soundproofing of the high floor allowed Louis's coughing and wailing to occasionally reach Jayla and me. I slightly sat up, only to be pushed back onto the bed by Jayla the next second. She glared at me warily. "What are you doing? Don't move." Saying that, she quickly put on her shoes, threw on a jacket, and rushed out the door without looking back. The heavy sound of the door closing instantly snapped me awake. Watching her actions, I was certain she had been reborn too. Half an hour later, a disheveled Jayla came home. Pinching her nose, she stuffed a pile of smelly clothes into the washing machine. Afterward, she pulled out disinfectant wipes and vigorously scrubbed her fingers. Noticing my gaze, she slowly looked up, her eyes openly filled with hatred toward me. "You were woken up by the coughing too, weren't you?" She casually tossed the wet wipe into the trash. "Too bad. You're a step late. This lifetime, all the wealth and glory belong to me." I blinked, pretending to look confused. "Jayla, what are you talking about?" She awkwardly swallowed and tentatively asked, "The person upstairs is coughing so badly, you really didn't hear it?" "I heard it," I replied calmly. She sneered. "You're so overflowing with compassion. Are you planning to take care of him already?" I shook my head. "I still have a ton of things to do. Where would I find the energy to care about others?" Hearing this, Jayla visibly breathed a sigh of relief. When she spoke again, her tone softened quite a bit. "You better stick to your word. Anyway, I'm the one taking care of this old man now, so don't even think about stealing my credit." The last sentence, she practically shouted through gritted teeth. I smiled calmly. "Don't worry, I definitely won't. Louis is no ordinary person." Jayla, that fool, only saw the money and property he gave me but completely ignored what I lost. In my previous life, I softened for a moment, seeing Louis lonely and helpless, and decided to take time to care for him. When Jayla found out, she mocked me every day. "I never thought you'd be this naive. You take care of him, and what will you get in the end? Probably just a pair of old man's pee-soaked pants." Faced with her mockery, I felt embarrassed, but I never regretted taking care of Louis. Of course, I took care of him willingly, not because I wanted anything from him. But I never expected that a month later, Louis, who was originally paralyzed, suddenly stood up. He was very happy and laughed, saying it was all thanks to me. I was happy for him too, but I didn't expect a sudden bad news to arrive. My dad was hospitalized after a car accident. As if he noticed my embarrassment, he handed me a bank card. "I have no family, and no one to spend my money. You've taken care of me for so long. I have no way to repay you. You must accept this money." That night, he knocked on my door again and placed a key in my palm. He pointed at the house Jayla and I were renting. "You're a good kid, and this house is mine too. But soon, it'll be yours. I had someone prepare the transfer documents this afternoon. All you need to do is sign them. From now on, this is your home. When your dad is discharged, just bring him here to live." I was too shocked to speak, and by the time I reacted to refuse, he was already gone. When Jayla heard this, she was furious, her face turning bright red. "Why is Louis being so generous to you? Did you sleep with him?" "Hannah, you really disgust me." Being accused by a good friend, I couldn't hold back despite my good temper and ended up arguing with her. I never expected that she would hold a grudge and poison me to death. After my death, I found out that Jayla and Anton were high school classmates and had always maintained an ambiguous relationship. The notification sound suddenly chimed, pulling me straight back to reality. I opened my phone and saw it was a payment link sent by Anton. He also sent a message urging, "Hurry up, pay now, or I'll break up with you."